Hey everyone, this is Jesse with Viral Thoughts. Today I'm going to be giving a review for Mortal Engines, which me and my wife actually just watched last night for the first time. And I know it's been 4 months since it came out, but here it is. Now, first off, I do want to thank the redcloverherbs.com for helping put this all together. I've been drinking their tea for years, and obviously it's my family, but I think it's great. Their tea, I grew up on the tea, and it's amazing. So yeah, today I'm going to be talking about Mortal Engines. So I am a sociology major. I love stories. And in the humanities class, we learned about Aristotle's 6 elements of drama. And these elements include plot, theme, characters, dialogue, music and rhythm, and spectacle. And those are the kind of categories I'm going to go throughout this review. And in the future, when I do these reviews, I'll also be referring to them as well. So first off, Mortal Engines, the plot. So the plot is basically there is these roving cities, mechanical cities that, as you can see from the trailers, they're going around. So the plot is basically this young man is on this city in London, and this girl comes and tries to assassinate somebody, and they both end up falling off the city together. Their adventure is this movie. I read the book, and they actually kind of butchered the plot as far as, you know, continuity and whatnot. It was kind of, they jumped around a lot. They tried to touch on all the different elements of the book, but it kind of lacked, because it lacked depth. You couldn't get invested in the plot as much as you could in a book. Obviously, I know when you're making adaptations from the book, you have to make sacrifice. You have to cut things, but I think they cut the wrong things, and they just added some things that weren't strictly necessary, and they took away some things that I think really that made the plot suffer. The second thing is theme. Now this theme, I think they have unintentional theme going on here, where there's the tractionists, which are like the people who live on mobile cities. And then there's the people who live in stationary place called Shanguo. Sometimes, I think the theme here is that sometimes just people's ideologies conflict with each other and people fight over that. I don't know. I think that this is a kind of a weak theme that kind of lacked in the story. Characters. I have to say these characters are very flat. I mean, very flat. Some of these, like, they live up to the stereotypes. They put together a motley crew of pilots, and they expect you to bond with these and care about these characters, but you don't, because you don't know who they are. Some of the other things about the characters, some of these characters, their story arcs were extremely shallow. Like the main character, the guy in the story. So in the book, Tom thought that Hester Shaw was hideous at first, and then he gradually learned to appreciate Hester for who she was. Now in the movie, it was a little bit different. Like everybody else was pointing at Hester and saying, oh, she's ugly. But Tom wasn't really affected by it. He just kind of like, oh, whatever. And then didn't really have his character arc. And it was extremely weak, in my opinion. And then there's Hester Shaw herself, who I don't think she had a character arc at all. She started out being kind of this recluse and ended up eventually, you know, like, coming to appreciate Tom, but I felt like that was kind of shallow. The dialogue in this movie is, in my opinion, quite cliche. There's like this line near the end that says, well, what now? How many movies has that line in it? We don't need more cliche lines. We need something good. The music and rhythm of it was, I would have to say the music was good. I mean, it's good orchestra music. It matches well with the story, and it just, you know, it's orchestra music. It's good. And lastly, spectacle. Now, spectacle is really where Mortal Engines really shines. Actually, the visual graphics on this is quite amazing. Actually, the sophistication of the cities, the moving cities, is actually really imaginative, and I think they do a really great job. And this is where Peter Jackson really shines. I think he really has a good eye for this spectacle, for making it look really aesthetically pleasing. All right, so Jesse review. I have to rate this out of 5 stars. I would give it a 3, honestly. Now, I give it a lower rating because this is a movie that you go and see, and you might watch it once, maybe twice. But after that, you're not gonna go back to see it. You're gonna move on to the next big story, the next Transformers. You're gonna go watch, Pacific Rim, the new Pacific Rim, or Fast and the Furious. So this is an action film. You're gonna watch it once. You're gonna think that's cool, and then you're gonna either wait for the next one, or you're gonna watch another action flick. That's another thing I do want to touch on is, I think story writers need to step it up when it comes to plot and character. They have these flat plots and these flat characters nobody cares about. I think they would sell more and they had higher box office if you actually had legit character arcs and themes that were defined and that meant something to the American people or to the people in the world. Something that connected with people. These movies, yeah, they're very pleasing to the eye and they're amazing visually, but that's all it is. It's just eye candy. They need to work on these writers that are writing these, and the directors that are the people who are choosing these scripts need to focus more on character arc and what the story is behind these. What are they trying to say with these movies? Is it just a eye candy flick, or is it something that you're trying to have it sustained? And I understand that sometimes they're just trying to pump movies out, but do we want to just have these shallow movies with shallow character arcs? No, I think we appreciate character arcs and characters that have progression, that learn, and then they change over the course of the story. And I think that we should appreciate these movies for what they are, but also we should look for something higher. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Oh, if you guys didn't notice, I was wearing this shirt, which I actually made. Click the card to see how I made these kind of shirts. So again, thank you everyone for watching. Again, my name is Jesse with Viral Thoughts, and you guys be kind to each other out there. Farewell. Hooray!